about weight. You know, he didn't have to struggle or anything. He was comfortable, he was strong, and he wasn't, you know, there was no pressure on him. The pressure he felt was firmly with Amir Khan.
And now, ready to make his way to the ring, the King, Amir
Well, here he is, and this is what everybody, or who everybody, has come to see. A very, very popular young man, Amir King Khan, makes his entrance into the King Abdullah Stadium in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia, in front of a tremendous crowd, Paulie.
Yeah, and of course, this has been a big build-up here in the Middle East, and people have been waiting for this night, and people have been waiting for this walkout here. You know, Khan originally had a different opponent scheduled, so it was all about Amir Khan. Dib is the backup opponent. He's a little bit smaller in size, but an ex-world champion bringing a little bit of luster to the table. But it's been Khan who's brought all the luster. His involvement with Super Fight League, Super Boxing League. So this has been the moment. This has revolved around him. Now it's his time to execute and perform if he can.
Now, the pressure's on him to shine. The pressure's on him to look good. Now, this is where the problem can come. The banana skin can come because, you know, it's an opponent who's smaller than him. There's no real pressure on Dib. A lot of pressure on Khan. We've been around him all week. You know, he's had lots of engagements. He's had lots of things to do. He's also, weight has been a little bit of an issue, I feel. You know, I feel it was left to the last minute. How easy is it just to lose concentration a little bit and be thinking about things outside the ring and not inside?
Well, you know what? He's a veteran. I would expect him to know how to compartmentalize things, and I feel like he does. But at the same time, yes, your body does you no favors as you get older, so the making weight gets a little bit more difficult and things of that nature. That's a problem that Dib didn't have. You know, making weight was not a problem for Dib, as he's actually fighting at a much higher weight than he normally has. But if Khan and if Amir can have gotten his energy back and have rehydrated the right way, he can actually use the bigger weight to his advantage tonight. We'll see how Dib feels the punching power of Khan. If Khan has that energy behind his punches and has that snap behind his punches. Khan has obviously been a world-class fighter for a reason. His resume speaks for itself. We don't even need to get into it here. But we'll see what he's got left tonight. I think mentally, though, at this point in his career, you know how to compartmentalize all the other distractions. And you know that on fight night, it's time to perform. Now let's see if he physically has enough left to be able to perform at the level or close to the level he once did.
I mean, the one thing we know about Amir Khan is, you know, he wears his heart on his sleeve, but, you know, when he goes to fight, he gives it everything. You know, he throws, you know, there's not many fighters as fast as Amir Khan. I mean, you know him well, you fought him, so you know all about Amir Khan. You know the attributes that he brings.
Absolutely, at his best, Amir was probably the fastest guy in boxing, and it was hard to question his heart and his desire. He had it all. But you always wonder, as a guy gets older, how much of those things remain. And of course, Amir has had a long career. He turned pro at 17, 18 years old. I mean, he was an Olympian at 17 years old, and then he turned pro. So you know, you wonder how much mileage he has in the tank, how much mileage he has left in those legs that carried his career so gracefully, carried him in the ring so gracefully, and set up his offense and his defense so gracefully. These are all things that you wonder every time a fighter starts to get a little bit long in the tooth. We know Amir's resume. We know what he's been able to do in his prime. The question is that how much of that is still left tonight? And
you can't blame him for taking on a lighter opponent. How many times has he stepped up? You know, he went up a couple of weights against Alvarez.
Absolutely.
So he's never been afraid.
I don't look at this fight as like a soft touch or anything, because Dib has been world champion. And again, Khan has gone through going up in weight class, but also Dib is the last second opponent, so you had to go find what you could get. And I think Dib brings more luster to the table than does Goya, because Goya wasn't really recognized on a world level. Dib has been recognized on a world level, and boxing fans know who Dib is, as opposed to Goya. No, aside from the India-Pakistan rivalry, you didn't really know anything about him if you're a boxing fan.
Well, to be honest, I think, you know, it's a change of opponent. It's a tougher fight.
Yeah, I think it's a tougher fight, and even on paper, it's a more respectable fight from a worldwide perspective.
Well, huge entourage. He enters the ring. Amir Khan, for the 39th time, a veteran now. It's been a long time since a 17-year-old captured the heart of a nation, bringing the silver medal back from the Olympics at just 17 years of age.
Stand up, النشيد الوطني. يلا. Ladies and gentlemen, the time has come for the main event of the evening. 12 3-minute rounds in the welterweight division. This bout is sanctioned by BDB President Thomas Phillips. The three judges scoring this contest ringside are Guillermo Camilleri, Ray Danseco, and Jurgen Langos. And when the action begins, the referee for the fight, Ian John Lewis. Ladies and gentlemen, for the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world, are you ready for thunder? Live from King Abdullah Sports City in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, Jeddah Season presents the Super Boxing League. And now, first we introduce the red corner, holding a professional record of 45 wins and 5 losses, standing at 5 feet 7.5 inches and weighing in at 65.9 kilograms, hailing from Sydney, Australia, the former IBF and IBL featherweight champion. Make some noise for Billy the Kid Dean! And his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner. This fighter holds a professional record of 33 wins and 5 losses. Standing at 5 feet 8.5 inches and weighing in at 66.4 kilograms. Hailing from the United Kingdom, the two-time former WBC World Champion. Put your hands together for Amir King! Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear more noise for two of the biggest boxers for tonight!
I'm the referee. I suppose you're both in the dressing room. Obey my command at all times. You both know the rules. Watch them heads, keep the punches up. And when I shout break, you break clean. And remember, defend yourselves at all times. Shake hands.
Well, here we go. Ian John Lewis of the UK is the third man in the ring. Amir Khan, I've got to say, Paulie, he looks good. Physically, he looks good. He looks as if the weight has come back on. He's rehydrated. He looks full in the face and, you know, can't fault the way he looks.
Well, he's got Alex Ariza in the corner who knows a thing or two about making weight, so I would expect he would know what to have done since the weigh-in. But of course, you know, your body always it agrees or disagrees when you're past 30 years old in different ways. So we'll find out how his legs are feeling and how he's feeling. Well, of course, Dib is going to mean all business here in round one. I expect him to try to establish himself. His stare down at center ring looked all business.
Well, here we go. WBC International Welterweight title. This could get Amir back with a welterweight ranking in a red-hot division.
And of course, Amir looks the physically bigger guy, but Dib right away not wanting to be held down on the inside. And it still seems like Amir's trying to establish his bigger size. He's got Dib up against the ropes now. You don't typically see Amir coming forward, but of course, as the bigger man, he might feel that he needs to establish that bigger weight and let Dib know right away. Good right hand there by Amir Khan.
Yep, Khan straight to the center of the ring. He's the first to lead off, first to put Dib under pressure and push him back against the ropes.
One thing Khan has, if you give him time, he will be able to use that speed sporadically as he chooses. You know, one thing about Khan at this age, you want to put that pressure on him. You want to force him to work when he doesn't want to work. And it's going to be a little bit difficult for Dib being a smaller man, but he's going to have to try to push himself a little bit.
Yeah, a little word of caution for me and John Lewis there as Dib just leapt in and then looked to hold and punch as he was holding.
And you see Khan right now being able to pick when he wants to throw and being able to rest when he wants to rest. And this is the kind of fight Khan wants to fight. So
straight away, Paulie, we get the sense of the size differential.
Oh, absolutely.
It looks apparent now. It didn't at the weigh-in last night, but now it does.
Yeah, absolutely. You can see Khan is the bigger man, and you can see him trying to kind of establish that by being the man coming forward.
Amir Khan straight back to the center ring. Dib looking to circle the outside, the perimeter of the ring. Use the big expense 24-foot ring.
Dib looking for the Naseem Hamed uppercut there on the inside.
Another warning for...
What was that warning for?
I'm not sure. You know, I think he's just feeling he's a little bit reckless the way he's jumping in, Dib, but didn't do anything apparent at that point.
So Dib trying to use every inch of that ring for the time being and trying to see what Khan's going to bring. I think he's trying to lure Khan in for kind of a mistake, but Khan doesn't typically give up his height. Good combination by Khan. Not a lot landed as Dib comes right back. But of course, you establish the speed there, and Khan has plenty of it.
Well, Khan in the opening round, looking strong, looking fast, looking purposeful, starting to let combinations go in the first round.
You see some shots, Dib trying to work his way in there. Good defense there by Dib on the out. Of course, Khan, good defense too, as he caught a lot of that on the gloves.
And both wearing white, Khan with a little bit of green.
Khan trying to keep that mental pressure on Dib.
His shorts.
Even if the pressure's not physical, just walking Dib down keeps a mental panic.
Well, a solid opening round. Good start for Amir Khan. He looked the dominant factor, the dominant force in the opening round.
Yeah, I wouldn't say anybody took a clear advantage, but Khan coming forward seems like he won that round. And he got off more punches as well. See that combination on the inside. Push short uppercut, grazes Dib a bit. Not a lot landed. But again, you just start to see he's establishing his speed and warming into the fight.
Yeah, big smile. Holds his arms out. You missed me.
Dib trying to let him know, hey man, you didn't hit me. But of course, it was Khan getting off more punches in that round.
Well, quickly dressed Huey Fury. He wants to see Amir Khan. Billy Hussein, Nettles Nazar, Murad Mohammed in the corner. Billy Dib. Clarence Bones Adams and Alex Ariza in the corner for Amir Khan. And it's Khan, center ring, looking to be the boss.
Dib
Long jab from Dib.
Good little 1-2 by Dib and a hold on the inside for himself. He's trying to give a lower target and trying to catapult himself forward with his legs.
Dib jumps in with a left hook. Just caught the guard of Khan.
More purposeful start to this round by Dib as now he's on the back foot again and Khan stalking once again.
Well, Dib can't afford just to run all the time. He's got to score some points. He can't let the rounds just slip away.
No, he did a good hook there by Khan on the counter. Dib came out throwing some punches and scored a couple of shots. He's trading in there. This is where Khan's got to be careful. That's where he's got himself caught in the passes. When he's throwing his combinations to not being careful what's coming back. Good hook by Khan.
Interesting to see early on in the fight, Khan is planting his feet.
Oh, good hook. Khan walked him right into it.
Yeah.
Very good time.
He looked like he was looking to try and get power in the shot, and right there he got it.
We're going to see the replay between rounds, but Dib jumped in with the hook. Amir did not react defensively, stayed planted and timed it with his own hook. Beat him to the punch. Very, very good timing by Amir Khan there.
And I think that's a mark of the confidence of Khan. You know, he didn't look to step back. He looked to trade at that point, and he come off better.
Good shot by Khan there as well, and we'll see how Dib gets through this round. He doesn't seem too hurt, but of course a good flash knockdown scored by Amir, and that's going to get him at least a 2-point round. We'll see how he goes about the rest of the round as Dib tries to get it back on, establish the jab.
Oh, good right hand, and then follow up. Fast punches there from Khan.
And there's the speed of Khan.
This is a good start to the second round. Dib throws a wild right hand, caught on the gloves of Khan. Then Khan looks to set the left hook in the right hand there. Dib just falls in and they hold.
Khan looking for the instruction from his corner as he was against the ropes there. Just keeping calm in this fight. A lot of pressure on Khan for this fight. You know, a lot is on the line after the last fight against Crawford. So he wants to win it and look good. And so far, he's off to a good start.
Yep, and he's not rushing anything. You know, he's taking his time. You know, he's just walking Dib down. He's getting into position. He's planting his feet, and he's looking to get some power as well as speed.
And he's starting to get reactive. You see him try to react there on the counter. He came up, he smothered himself there a little bit, but you see him start to react. The knockdown came off of a counter as well. Good left hook. The hook is really working tonight for Khan. As Dib smothers the follow-up.
I gotta say, he's looking sharp. He's looking fast. He's looking very good at this. That was a good round for Amir Khan.
Yeah, 2-point round for Khan. I want to see this replay now when we get Buchanan a chance to show it. And just to show what I was talking about, Khan didn't make a defensive move when Dib jumped in. And it takes some guts because you know a guy's coming in with a power shot. See it, watch it. Dib jumps in with the hook and Amir just times him with the left hook right there. He didn't try to slip and make him and then make him pay. He literally just punched with him. It takes a little bit of guts when you know a shot is coming your way and not get out of the way and just let your own shot go. And he did that. He did that very well.
But you see, you're already seeing, you know, the confidence that he feels that much stronger that he can do that.
Absolutely, and why was there power on that shot? Because he never moved his feet, he kept planted, so therefore he's able to get good weight behind that hook, and Dib jumped right into it.
Well, 10-8 round in favor of Amir Khan, being an excellent start here. He's not rushing anything. You know, his timing's good, he's relaxed, it's a good start.
Yeah. And Dib gonna need to make an adjustment now because it's Khan who's gonna get confident off that knockdown. And Dib is gonna have to try to reassess and stay with the plan. Oh, good body shot, good hook. And that made Dib spit out the mouthpiece. It was a good body shot by Khan. Good left hook to the body, and the mouthpiece came out of Dib.
Yeah, Ian John Lewis just seeing it now. Stops the action and is going to get the gum shield back in. Didn't know.
Oh, that was Khan. I thought. Oh no, was Dib's mouthpiece? No, that was Khan's mouthpiece. I made him. Oh, wait, is that both of them? I don't even know what's going on. It's Dib's mouthpiece going back in, but Amir's back in the corner. Amir's not supposed to be allowed back in his own corner. He's supposed to be in the neutral corner. Ian John Lewis is. Amir's in the corner getting instructions, and that, I mean, that's not allowed.
He got confused there. He didn't know who's.
But he's still there. Ian John Lewis is supposed to keep him in a neutral corner.
I know.
Because Amir is getting instructions like he's between rounds right now.
Don't tell anybody.
No, I mean,
keep it to yourself.
It's clear on camera. I don't have to say anything. Good combination by Khan.
Well, it's hard work already in the fight for Billy Dib. He looks as if he lacks the strength, he lacks the size, he lacks the ideas, I feel, for Amir. The speed is baffling.
He gets a jab going here and there, a good single or double jab. He just has to follow it up with a couple more shots after it. And of course, you can jab with Amir. Amir's a great jabber, but you can jab with a jabber. He's got to figure out something else after it.
Long right hand to the body from Khan, and then a right hand from Dib. Tries a couple of little hooks. Khan stays there and comes back with his own. And now it's Dib under pressure.
And that was an example of right there of that Khan is not respecting the power of Dib. Dib actually landed a pretty good right hand on the inside. And Khan not only didn't react, but he fired off his own left hook back. And that's going to come down to the size of Dib, and he's a naturally smaller guy. So it's a lot harder to get the respect of the bigger Amir Khan. See Dib trying to change the distance and then trying to fire back in there. He misses there. Just trying to be a little technical, but
noticeably he looked to hold straight away as soon as he missed. You know, he made sure he grabbed Khan. Khan looks to cut the ring down.
And of course, if you give Amir the time to set you up when he wants to and rest when he wants to, oh, good body shot by Khan again.
He looks very determined, Khan. He's picking his shots well, pushes Dib back onto the rope. He's looking to try and land that left hook to the body, and there it is again.
I tell you, left hook's been a really good weapon for Khan thus far. It's been a good hook to the head and to the body. And the hook to the head is the one that dropped Dib. Dib pounding his chest saying he's here. Oh, good right hand
there from Khan.
Dib hanging tough. He's in there. He's trying to get on his chest.
He's hanging tough, Paulie, but he's making mistakes. You know, because he's getting hit, he's getting a little bit embarrassed, and then he's starting to make a mistake, leaping in.
Yeah, I think that's more the frustration of not being able to reach Khan. Is there he reached out with a 1-2 and came up a little short. But the key for Dib is to try to take Khan into the middle to late rounds, you know. But at the same time, you don't want to. You want to take some of Khan's confidence on the way there. And right now,
little short chopping left hook from Khan closes the gap. He's looking for the right hand. Bell goes.
The events of the fight thus far will have left Khan very, very satisfied and very, very confident.
Well, good start from Amir Khan. Landed with some good punches. Left hook just fell a little bit short. It caught him on the face, but not too much damage there.
And there it is again from a different angle. Well, there's a body work that we were talking about for Khan. Good left hook right behind the elbow of Billy Dib. So right there. And then with both hands to the body there. Smothered there a little bit, but he came up with a hook that got through to the head.
What I like about Khan is he's keeping cool, and you can see he's thinking about where he's trying to place the punches.
Yeah, and he's putting them together as well. You know, and not only is he putting them together, but he's varying. He's going upstairs, he's going downstairs. So.
And you think this is gonna when Dib starts to slow down, as he will, because he's having to work hard to cover ground to keep out of the way. When he starts to slow down, Khan will have more effect with those punches.
Yeah, and not only do you expect it to slow down if this continues, but it also eliminates the ability for Dib to time anything or to anticipate anything. And part of defense is to anticipate. Oh, good left hook up top.
Yeah, 3 left hooks there, 2 to the body, and then the final one to the head.
Dib punched with Khan there again and landed his own hook, but again, Amir felt nothing.
Dib had a good success there with the left hook to the body that landed. The crowd screamed delight in Dib's corner.
Move your head, move your head, move your head, move your head.
You hear Dib's corner imploring him to move the head while Khan is trying to establish the jab from the outside.
Oh, good left hook, right hand. And he's wobbled there, he's hurt.
Yeah,
Khan goes in
body shots
for the finish, and he's down. And the towel comes straight in.
I think smartly.
And it's over.
You know what? Good call by the corner, because really, it wasn't that Dib was totally outclassed. Although you can see Khan was a class above, but it was also he was too small. There were a couple of times where Dib landed a clean shot, and Amir didn't feel anything at all. So it was only going to get worse from here.
Amir Khan looked very good when he found his moment. He just let the punches go. He let them go with intent, bad intent, and he let them go with power. And that was a very good finish. Obviously, the corner knew they wanted their man. They didn't want him to get hurt. Towel came straight in. But it looked a very good Amir Khan, who was sharp.
He was sharp, yeah, and it looked very, very fast. When he got in range for the combinations, it looked very, very fast. Deb obviously a smaller man, but Khan very, very fast and sharp with the combinations. And there you go, the embrace between the two. You see them both embracing in the ring. And that's what you want to see, sportsmanship. And you see the combination there, two-handed combination by Amir. And the hard body shots were coming in the entire night. And there was just a big combination by Khan. I don't know if it was any punch in particular that brought Dib down, but he was more overwhelmed. And that was when the corner had seen enough. And I think rightfully so, because it wasn't that Dib was not good enough to be in the ring, but it seemed like he was too small to be in the ring with a guy like Khan. And of course, having been a last-minute replacement, he had a good pedigree, but we already knew this was a fighter that was a couple of weight classes below Amir Khan in his best days. Crowd cheering and satisfied, very satisfied with the performance by Amir Khan. There will be questions asked of where Amir goes from here. Many things on the horizon as far as rumors. We'll see.
Ladies and gentlemen, that guy there gets you the undercard tomorrow. It's a favorite to play. Come on, ready. Ladies and gentlemen, inside the Super Boxing League ring, the end comes suddenly 1 minute and 6 seconds. Into round number 4, declaring the winner by knockout. And now, the WBC International Welterweight Champion of the World, Amir
You wanted to bring the fight to Saudi Arabia to Jeddah. You brought it here and you delivered.
Yeah, first of all, I want to thank God. I want to say a big thank you to Billy and his team for taking this fight in such short notice. It's amazing to be in Jeddah. Jeddah, thank you.
Right from the start of the fight, you look very comfortable. You got the center of the ring. You got your punches off. You were comfortable enough to land combinations very early on. Did you feel that comfortable?
I felt very comfortable in there, and obviously having a new trainer, Bones Adam, and also Alex Ruiz back in camp again, we had to work on a strategy. I slowed myself down a little bit instead of rushing all the time. I slowed down a little bit. I was seeing everything. I was making sure I was counting the right shots. I got caught once or twice. Obviously, it's a new style I'm getting used to, but I felt very comfortable in there.
And you know, you got to say, you're coming off a loss to one of the pound for pound best fighters in the world. To be honest, you didn't look like you were coming off a loss. You looked very, very confident.
You know, it was a quick turnaround since the last fight against Crawford. I was back in the gym again after Ramadan. A month later, we announced the next fight, and this was against, it should have been against Goya, but Goya was in an accident. So I just want to thank Billy and his team for stepping in. Billy, I mean, you know, we have to give credit to him. He's a great champion. He's a 2-time world champion, and he put in a great performance. So I want to thank him and his team, and hopefully he'll go to better and bigger things. And also he stepped up a way to fight me, so respect to him, man. Respect, bro.
A lot of pressure on you coming to Saudi Arabia. You know, part of the promotion. It's something that you want to do. How important was it for you to put on an Amir Khan-like performance in Saudi Arabia?
I think whenever I fight, I always make it interesting, you know, I always make it very exciting. I just want to ask the people, how did you guys feel? Was it exciting? There you have it. I mean, people love the fight, and I want to thank all the fans here in Saudi Arabia for coming to the fight, and inshallah we'll be back soon.
Last question. You showed there's plenty left. What is next? And is Manny Pacquiao going to come here to Jeddah?
No, we want the Manny Pacquiao fight. Let's hope he comes to Saudi Arabia, inshallah. So I want you all to come back again. Hopefully we come back again end of the year and bring Manny Pacquiao here.
Well done. Great performance.
Solid performance by Amir Khan, dominating from the first round. Seemed the bigger man, the faster man, the sharper man, obviously the stronger man. And we'll see. We saw Glenn ask about Manny Pacquiao after the fight, so we'll see if that comes. Right now, Pacquiao is a big fighter coming up against Keith Thurman. But that's for Super Boxing League. Until next time, from Channel 5, that'll be. We hope to catch you guys again soon for another episode of Big Fights at Super Boxing League.